I only buy the finest tea leaves, sister. See, BOPF.
BOPF is indicated on the pack.
Sister, the art of tea.
Gampa Additional Magistrate Heshan Dimel informed the stakeholders in the case pertaining to the Ratupaswala incident today to have faith in the court and to allow the court to resolve the problem.
Now, the Additional Magistrate made this statement when hearings regarding the incident were taken up in court today.
A large number of residents of Ratupaswala gathered at the Ratupaswala Public Sports Ground today as hearing commenced at the court. Parallel to this, another group of people gathered at the premises of the Gampa Magistrates Court. When hearings regarding the Ratupaswala incident were taken up in court today, the Additional Magistrate made inquiries from the police regarding the gatherings. The police informed the Additional Magistrate that a group of people affected by the problem had gathered in Ratupaswala. Additional Magistrate Heshan Dimel, who pointed out that the courts have the ability to resolve this problem, made a request in open court that all parties take care to prevent the recurrence of a similar saddening incident to what transpired before. Meanwhile, the police noted in court today that speedy steps will be taken to file a case in the courts under public grievances. While the reports of various factions were considered in court once again today, the Additional Magistrate noted that the plaintiffs could take future action based on these reports. Hearings regarding the Ratupaswala incident at the Gampa Magistrates Court was subsequently postponed to the 26th of September.
These reports do not suggest in any way that the effluent water released from our factory has caused a reduction in the pH levels of the water in Valley area and an increase in the acidity of the water. Thereby, we inform the court today that the Board of Directors has decided to expeditiously recommence production operations at the factory. It has been advised that if the people do not approve of this, then suitable action must be taken by them within a legal framework.
සුදුසු පියවර ලබා ගන්නා ලෙස තමයි අවවාද කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඇත්තෙන්ම ගරු අධිකරණයට හැකියාවක් නැහැ.
In truth, the court does not have the power to shut down the factory as there is no case against the factory before court. As representatives of the people in this case, we informed court that if the factory is reopened in an ad hoc fashion, then we would take steps to request court immediately for an order under Section 98 as a public grievance ordering the closure of the factory.
ලබා ගැනීමට අධිකරු අධිකරණය ඉල්ලීමක් කරන බවට.
After the conclusion of the hearing at court, the group of people who gathered at the Ratupaswala Public Sports Ground staged a march towards the factory, which is suspected to be the epicenter of the water problem. Subsequently, the attorney representing the people who arrived at the scene informed them on proceedings at the court. There is no court order. It was agreed before the President to close the factory. In accordance with that agreement, they should go before the President and then decide whether it will be reopened. Without such a decision being arrived at, they are taking a unilateral decision to open it. Army Commander Dayaratnayaka today ordered the immediate removal from current positions of the brigadier who functioned as the commanding officer when the unrest broke out in the Ratupaswala Valley area incident and the 3 lieutenant colonels in charge of the divisions. Army spokesperson Brigadier Ruwan Wanigasuriya said that this step was taken based on the report submitted by the 5-member committee appointed to investigate the incident. After analyzing the preliminary investigation report and the court report, they were submitted to the Army's legal director. The Army commander has called for an investigation of the evidence to see if any person who has committed a mistake here can be brought before a military tribunal. As an essential administrative requirement to carry out these investigations, the brigadier who was the commanding officer in the area and 3 lieutenant colonels who were in charge of the division have been removed from their current positions with immediate effect and have been attached to regiment centers. The Army spokesperson added that the Army commander had issued instructions for the Army to render its fullest support to future investigations into this.
The Venerable Theripahas Siridamathera says that since no proper solutions have been provided by the authorities to the Ratupaswala water problem, he is recommencing a fast unto death campaign. Now, our reporter says that Siridamathera is engaged in this hunger strike opposite the factory that is alleged to be the source of water contamination in the area.